Okay, I just loaded it in here, Dex. It's 4 minutes and 50 seconds of second grade Phil Mackey interviewing Carl Eller for a class project. The setup is my dad and Carl in the early 90s, they worked together on a couple projects. They were both recovering alcoholics who then spent chunks of their lives helping other alcoholics become alcohol free. And so my dad met Carl, kind of became friends with him, and we got lunch one day at Hubert's, the old sports bar by the Metrodome. And my dad introduces me to Carl and says, "Philip, this is Carl Eller. He went to 4 Super Bowls with the Minnesota Vikings." And me trying to show off my sports knowledge, I said, "Yeah, and he lost all 4, right?"
Wow.
And luckily, Carl didn't just crush me into dust. He laughed, and we had a fun lunch. And then he said, "Yeah, I'll sit down with 8-year-old Phil Mackey for an interview." So I don't know if you guys want. It's like 4 minutes. People can duck out if they want to, but it's up to you guys.
So run this into duration, and then we'll wrap. I'll just play the flash video on air production meeting. Is that what you want to do here? You want to come back from it?
It's up to you. Got. What do you mean come back? Oh, like come back from it after? No, let's play it, and then we'll say goodbye now, and we'll play this interview.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
And then
let's hear it.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Phil Mackey. This is Carl Eller. He played defensive end with the Minnesota Vikings for 15 years, from 1964 to 1978. Carl is 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighs 265 pounds. Carl played in 6 Pro Bowls. He never played in the Metrodome because it wasn't built yet. He played in the Metropolitan Stadium. Carl was a 5-time All-Pro defensive end, and he was the number 1 draft pick for the Vikings. He was one of the Purple People Eaters. Carl played in 4 Super Bowls. How did you get the nickname Moose?
Well, I got the nickname Moose in high school, is what my friends started to call me after they saw me run around the football field for a while. They said I looked like a big old moose running around out there, and the name just kind of stuck.
Did you play any sports besides football?
I played track in high school, but other than football and track, that was it.
How long did you live in Winston-Salem, North Carolina?
I spent all of my young life there. I lived there up until I went through high school. So then after high school, I came to Minnesota.
Do you still have family there?
Yes, I do. I have relatives. I have aunts and uncles and people like that. My mother lives in Minnesota, so that's my family's kind of spread all over the country.
Did you have any problems when you were young?
Well, I probably had problems like most young kids growing up. I wasn't that much of a troublemaker. I tried to stay out of trouble, but yes, I had my share of problems.
How are you feeling when you made that pep talk at halftime during the playoff game on December 22nd, 1973?
Well, when I made that pep talk during the halftime, that's the Washington Redskins game. I think that's the time when I broke the blackboard. And I was just a little upset because I thought we were not playing as well as we could. And it was a very important game for us, and I thought we had a better team. And I just thought the guys should play harder because I thought we could beat the team we were playing against.
What is the most interceptions you got in the game?
I think I've never got more than 1 interception in a game, and I don't have very many interceptions in my entire career. I probably have about 3, maybe.
Did you play for any other football teams in the NFL?
I played 1 year with the Seattle Seahawks. That was my last year in professional football.
How long have you been practicing football in your whole football career and when you were a kid?
How long? Going back to the days of when I started football. I started just before I got into, or right when I got into high school. I didn't play football when I was very, very young, other than at the playground and just with friends in my neighborhood. But I started to play football in high school, and then I kept on playing all through 16 years at the professional level.
How long have you... Oh, I read that already. Have you ever got any touchdowns? If yes, how many in the game?
I've gotten a couple touchdowns. I had only one in a game, and my first touchdown came as a professional.
When you were 8 years old and in second grade, did you think you were going to be a football player?
No, I didn't. When I was 8 years old, Philip, I was just really had all I could do to keep up with school, and I did like my second grade teacher, though. She was nice, and so I did enjoy school when I was in the second grade. But much beyond that, no, I didn't have any ideas about playing professional football.
Do you have any messages for kids my age?
Well, I think you are a good example. If the kids in your classroom are as creative as you are, and actually this takes a lot of courage. I'm really impressed with the questions, and I think it's a good job. It's an indication of what I think young kids are doing, and it's really a pleasure to be interviewed by you.
Thank you for your time and granting me this interview.
You're welcome.